Hello everyone. The time has finally come for us to talk about the scammers and the accounts impersonating me here on TikTok. I know this has been going on for a while. I have kind of addressed it briefly a couple times, and in every video I'm like, this is my only account, just so you guys know. I don't DM you, etc. I say the usual spiel, which I hear all of the other influencers on TikTok saying. And I have to admit, when they were first accounts impersonating me, I was a little bit flattered. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that we are already at the size where this is happening. And then I found out it's really common in the spiritual community for this to happen, because the scammers are con artists. Basically, that's what they are. They know that people in the spiritual community a lot of times are really desperate for answers, and they know exactly what to say to get you guys to send them money. And I'm saying it's a scam because they don't have the skills to do true readings, or else they would start their own legitimate accounts and they wouldn't need to copy my content. And that may sound harsh, but that's why I'm like, I kind of felt sorry for them at first. I was like, yeah, this is what they do. But then I realized that they are taking money from my followers, from my community, and not delivering the actual service or value that I deliver, right? Like, you guys send them money because they're so convincing. And I don't blame you, because they are very convincing. But it actually does harm to the community, because first of all, they're taking your money, and whatever they're giving you, it's not readings from me, or even worse for me and you, is they're asking you for tips on my free content, and then they're getting paid from you for my free content, and I'm not. So they're taking money out of my pocket too. And maybe you're doing that instead of purchasing like an actual reading through my website, which is the only way to purchase readings. I just want to say that again. So I wanted to get on here and talk about it because I'm realizing that this situation is getting pretty bad. You guys have DM'd me a bunch telling me they exist. Thank you for the heads up. But some people are starting to DM me saying, well, who did I send money to? And I'm like, not me. And I've told you guys, I'm not going to ask you for money. I don't give you my phone number. I'm not asking you for your phone number. I'm not on WhatsApp. Like, I'm just not doing that. And I don't want you guys to get scammed. So I wanted to talk about like what we can all do about it. Because the thing that I think most people don't realize is that these guys, it's usually not their first time doing this. And not only do they know what to say to get you guys to send them money or purchase like fake readings from them, but they know how to make it so I can't do a lot about it. So when I keep saying, I've told you guys, you know, in DMs this, when you guys have DM'd me, which I appreciate. I know you guys are trying to help, but I've told you guys like, hey, I can't see these accounts. They block my account, and then they download my videos from a different account, or they temporarily unblock me so they can steal my content. You know, they do both basically. There's a bunch of different accounts, and I can't see them, so I can't report them, you know, so my hands are tied. And I know you guys are trying to be helpful, and you'll send me, you know, you can't send me screenshots via DM, so you send me links to their accounts, which, like I said, have me blocked. I can't report them. So like I said, I've kind of been ignoring it a little bit until I realized that they're like actually taking money from y'all, which I'm clearly not okay with. That is not okay in any any stretch of the imagination. So I just wanted to share with you a couple of things. One, I do know they do it. That's why in my videos I say I'm not doing this, so you guys know it's not me. So you honestly, you don't need to DM me to tell me that it's happening, because I'm aware it's happening and there's not much I can do. And you DMing me isn't a good use of your time. It's just not productive, because I can't do anything with what you're sending me, unfortunately, because like I said, they have me blocked. So there's nothing I can do. But you guys have a lot of power, because if you guys are mass reporting these fake accounts, they will get banned, and they have to keep making new accounts in order to keep doing this. And if you do that, if you do, you know, report them and then block them, eventually, you know, they will get banned, and they won't be able to do this to other people either. And like I said, I know it's convincing, and they're using a lot of like con artist and manipulation tactics to get you guys to send them money. They, you know, they're like, oh, I had a special feeling, you know, they say all this stuff, and they're making you feel special. They're making you feel like there's a false sense of urgency. That's another thing con artists do, by the way. Like, again, my main motivation here is to keep you guys from getting scammed. But that's what con artists do, is they give you a false sense of urgency so that you don't want to miss out on something, and they make you feel special. And I don't DM you guys at all. Like, I'm not DMing you first. And when I can tell that you're trying to help and you DM me, I answer you guys just because I know that you're doing it out of caring to inform me that this is happening, right? So I do try and respond to you guys about it, but honestly, it doesn't help me because there's nothing I can do. So I was trying to get some ideas from other people, because the main thing that creators do is use the disclaimers on the video. And I think that's helping some of my followers. The other followers are confused, like why I'm saying it, you know, which is for me to say, yes, I know it's happening and there's not much I can do about it, right? But if you've been following me for a while, you already know that. And you already know that I don't DM people and I just don't engage in this behavior at all. And I don't condone it either. It's very scammy and yucky and just kind of grossed out by it, to be honest. So the one thing you can do is report them and block them. And then I'm going to pin this video. I'm sorry it's going so long. I'm making I'm making a ritual magic oil, and I realize I'm rambling because I'm trying to multitask. But the one thing that you can do, in addition to reporting them and blocking them, is then put their usernames in the comments of this video so that other users, because I'm going to pin this video, can see it. And then you're protecting the community, which is really what I want. Is I don't want people falling for this. And I know these people can be convincing, and we're growing fast, which is amazing. But then so many new followers don't know that this isn't how I work. And so they're the ones getting scammed, right? I even had somebody ask me, is this the real you? And I'm like, obviously, you know, it's obvious to me, I'm the real me, right? But, you know, I haven't gone live in like a week and a half, and a lot of new followers just don't know that this is really the main account. You can usually tell, by the way, what the main account is, because it is the one with the most followers. The scam accounts, the copycat accounts, they eventually get blocked. Sorry, they get reported and banned eventually. So then they have to make new accounts and new accounts and new accounts. So, but if you put their usernames down below, people know what to look out for. And again, we can have a display name and they can duplicate my display name, but they can't duplicate the account name. So if you look at the account name, it's not Mystic Moon Rising with 2 I's and the 1111. They're always having to throw in a J because that looks like an I. And if you just look like quickly, it can like fool you. So that's the other thing to keep your guys safe, not just with my account, but with other creator accounts, is look at the follower account and then just compare the account name. Just if you're not sure, I don't want you to have to put in this much work, but for those of you who don't know how to check, this is the best way to check, is compare the name. And so that's why I was putting my account name on the videos so that people could compare it. It's like a watermark. And I know sometimes that the scammers or whatever can crop that out, you know, so it's not foolproof. And the other thing I can do is just put my website, because again, the only way to book a private reading is through my website. There's no other way. I don't do business via DM. Like, that is just not a good business practice. I'm a businesswoman at heart. I know what I'm doing, and that's not a good model. It's a scammy, scummy model that these people use that I don't. So anyway, this is the real me. This is my only account. I don't have a backup. I really don't want to spend more energy on these scammers than I already have. But I wanted to make this video because most of you really want to help. Like, you know, people are doing this and you want to help and you don't know what's the best way to help. And unfortunately, DMing me isn't it, because I already know what's going on. There's not much I can do because they have me blocked, so I can't report them. And I'm not big enough to get verified yet, which is fine. I'm okay with that, right? I'm growing fast and I'm the size that I am. And I love it. I appreciate the community. I'm proud of everything we're building together. You know, I love what we're doing. I love helping you guys and talking to you guys. I'll start going live again soon, but not as often as I was. It was taking a lot out of me, and I'm booking a lot more private readings, and that's where my energy is going. Also, it's allergy season, so I noticed if I was talking more than like 2 or 3 hours a day, like my throat has been killing me because of the allergy, so I'm sorry about that. Because I know it helps if I'm doing stories and going live, then that helps new followers know which is the right account. But anyway, if you do want to support me, everything's linked in my bio. You can shop on my Amazon shop, you can cash out my actual cash app, which is linked in my bio, or you can go to my website, mysticmoonrising.com, and book a private reading or a consultation or buy one of my products. Those are the best ways to support me, as well as telling your friends, reposting my content. and blocking and reporting these scammers and putting their names in the comments so people know who to look out for, and they can also help report them, because the more reports of them, the better. Thank you guys. I love you.